Greetings, beloved human family. I am that I am, Gilles Mansillon. Namaste. I come to you today because I am guided to come to you to do a little reading, to observe the condition, tarot reading, for the month of March. I hope this reading will be interesting for you. To you, it is mainly entertainment, education, if possible, just to become aware of what may be the invisible condition, so that we may be prepared. But actually, the reading has only those kind of things only have an impact at the time of where you actually receive this information, because the future of the past is different than the future of the now, and the future of tomorrow will be different than the future of now. So no matter when you take it, this is when the information comes to you and you process it. And each day we put a new layer onto our reality, our hopes, our dreams, our desires. And so, but for now I'm going to try to see a little bit what, to get an overview of what the March energy will be. A very, very powerful March. Months of March will be very powerful. There is a very strong eclipse that is coming up at the beginning of the month. And so it is very likely that they may bring some deep transformation. There is all kinds of potential for things coming into the light also. So we will see what it brings, but it also will bring the spring equinox. So when the energy are fully in balance by the end of March. And so it is a very important month, and although I've already pulled out some cards for the full moon in Virgo, if you can take a look at this, there may be some reoccurring event, because the information remains still, pretty much the energy remains the same. So the potential is one of very powerful empowerment. It is the power of Mercury, the snake, the sexual will and power. So it is about what is potential is becoming master of yourself, to become to discover this new power, to understand that you are able to create and recreate any reality. For that you need to align yourself, you need to follow your own intuition, your own guidance more than anything else, and from there you are able to act from your intention mainly. For the intention is very, very powerful. Once you're very clear in your intention, you have a desire, you have the intention of receiving, manifesting it, then you express this desire, but with the intention of receiving the experience. And then once this thought is created, you can return to it to see how it evolves and how it grows. But this month will be a new chance to regather all kinds of powers, inside powers, inner technologies, if you will, that have been somewhat forgotten or dormant within the DNA. But Mercury is about awakening all that. What we possess is this recurring factor that has already been presented in the last reading I did on the full moon in Virgo, is to be very discriminating, because there are people and situations that are not conducive to our higher growth, and if we give in we give our energy to codependency, to situation, product, or people even that are negative towards us, we have to suffer the consequences. And so it is very important to be very discriminating. Once we discriminate, we may feel a sense of loss of something, because we did feel that there was an attachment to certain things, but they need to be let go and understand that it is only very temporary, that there will be, with the spring coming up, it's going to be a brand new energies that are going to be coming in with new people, new situation. Of course, whatever needs to stay or remains will consolidate and become stronger as well. But certain things are really not... it's really important to discern, to discriminate what gives you energy and what takes energy away from you, because in order to create this new reality, this manifestation of some of our dreams and desires, we have to be free. If we are constantly bombarded with energy or responsibilities that are not pleasant, that are imposed by other people, then we will not be free to enjoy each and every moment. For this moment is the most important moment of our life. Every moment is the most important, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. It is good to sit with it, to allow the energy to reveal itself and to pass through whatever we're passing through, and then the less resistance we have, the more fluid the next experience becomes. In Gemini, which is our communication, travel, here we have the castle in the clouds. So it's very much the same cards that came up in the last reading. For this, the energies have not changed that much, but I was still guided to do this reading. It is the castle in the clouds. It shows about our active imagination, the ability to think beyond the box, to allow ourselves to dream the impossible dream, because it may be impossible to us as a linear mental being, but to the universe, nothing is impossible. So understand that if you have something that you dream of, then it is possible. If you don't know how to make it happen, your soul, your spirit, your guides will they may have ideas about that, and they will help you to realize them. Of course, there is the understanding that we all have guidance, we all are connected to an invisible being with higher wisdom that come from the higher planes, that have selected us to help us, guide us, to manifest and to make our life give additional meaning and sense to our life. So if you have not discovered this guidance, know it is there. It will manifest for you. If you've been working with the guidance, I hope you can stick with it and follow it as close as possible, for the guidance is always perfect. And if you have not yet discovered it, it is about being more quiet, more sensitive, paying more attention to the sign, the synchronicity. Sometimes there is incredible messages that may come from at any time from anyone, and those come from the spiritual realm. Then in Cancer, which is the home environment, here we have once again another card that showed up in the last reading, which is self-created. The lotus blossom, so that means this love opening will be within the home. There will be a great feeling of well-being within the home this month, and it will continue to unfold during the year. But it's about opening the heart and allowing yourself to feel the love that is already there. Once we have removed everything else, the love is what remains. In the heart, which is all the matters of romance and ego, spiritual individuality, so to speak. Here we have a deep end. A deep end, that's also a card that showed up in the last reading, which means we're really ending a cycle, ending a whole cycle of time. And so we still, when we end the cycle, we cannot see what's going to be coming up next. So it will take. We first have to let go of those things, and during this time, it's you got to be patient, but you have to know that there will always be something new, better that will come along once we let go of something inferior. Although it's not really necessarily clear during the process of cleansing or during the process of releasing. But so it has to be accepted as an end, leaving the temporal world to merge into your eternal consciousness, to your sense of self, your true self. Then in Virgo, which is the way we nourish ourselves materially and spiritually, and here we still have a sense of survival. It shows a factory with a lot of pollution, and the idea is that we have to move out of this survival mode in order to move into to enter into a life of living. But we cannot live until we have let go of survival. Survival is really an important aspect, but know that the universe will help provide the transformation. This is transfiguration, the card of death, which means the universe is going to provide the circumstances for this transition to happen. So you will be led out of this survival mode. For we all have been through that, but now it's time to let go of this. Then in Libra, in terms of all the relationships and partnerships and business, here there is again a lot of imaginations. And it's the path of the absurd, the totally banana. It means that anything is really possible. There is really no unexpected things may happen that may be incredible blessings that you would not even suspect that things could happen that way. But once again, the universe has incredible resources that you do not know. There are people that the universe could use to bring you things that you do not know yet. And so, but it could manifest in many ways. It shows that we're not being very realistic. Maybe also that's a sign because the sun is conjuncting with Neptune, and so which is opposing of Chiron, which is opposing Jupiter and the Moon, and so that creates the North Node. So that creates a lot of emphasis on what is real, what is not, what is the dream, what can be realized. It's very important to decipher, but not to take yourself too seriously. Allow those times to be fun and to be playful. Then in Scorpio, which is the inner depths of what is happening, what comes from the subconscious. Here we have puja, the purification bath. So it is there is a purification energy that comes from within. It talks about cleansing, harmonizing, blending, bringing our energy into a conscious, harmonious state, and this will continue. There's a great purification going on all year long. For it is the 9 year, and so it is the end of a cycle, a completion year, so to speak. Then in Sagittarius, which is our hopes, not our hopes, but our philosophy, our law, what our higher mental projection. And here we have mean and heavy. So that means we're still like expecting, like we see the world may be mean and heavy. There are people that are mean and heavy, but you do not want to be like that. You want to conserve your gentleness. That doesn't mean that you want to be allow people to step on your toes, but to keep your distance in relationship to those people that are negative for you. But do not fall into the trap of reciprocating in kind. If somebody is unkind, to be unkind to them in return. Just separate yourself and forgive and let them go completely. You know, it's not don't hang on to anything that could be the source of something that could continue to handicap you. So in Capricorn, this is what comes to us from the universe, and here it's a means by which to eliminate karma, and here is the last laugh. It's called humor. Humor is a way not to take yourself too seriously, to be able to laugh at things without... that's always... because when you laugh, you cannot... you can. There is very little karmic bond that can resist that. If you can laugh at situation, laugh at things, you can really pass through certain things without having to struggle with them. Then in Aquarius, which is our hopes and our friends and our wishes, we have the cosmic carrot, which means being able to follow that which been guiding us and to attain that which we want, not just be something that's before us to help us move forward, but to see that there is really something at the end of that process that we want to actually move into. For we need to be motivated, so our dreams and desires are somewhat a cosmic carrot that we are moved to act in relationship to that. And that is how most of life is built. But we want to know that there is something solid at the end of it. For now, it is we want to work and operate through our faith. The key and the outcome is the same key and the outcome as my last reading. Maybe I should have not done this reading because it is, in a sense, the same card, but it's detailing a little bit more. It is the wish-fulfilling gem. And so it is the path of happiness, of joy, of choices, making the right choice, being with the right partner, making the right decision in business, to be able to find fulfillment within ourselves, and to know that, to find gratitude for the past, for our experiences, to not dwell on the mistakes, on what we do not have attained yet, but to be content and happy about what we've already achieved. And that allows us to receive more, to be more empowered, and to enjoy this continuous expansion within ourselves, or refinement of energy, both mental, emotional, and an increase in physical energy as well. And the outcome is also a card that was shown up in the last reading, so that proves that those cards were pretty accurate in the last one. But I hope this was interesting for you anyway. The outcome is the magic carpet, the flying carpet. So it is a carpet that can take you in many places. You just gotta allow yourself to trust that the flow is taking you where you need to be. And so, but like I said in my last readings, you cannot take everybody on your carpet with you. Some people are too heavy; your carpet would not be able to lift off. So you want to join, you want to connect with those people that are of like mind, of like energy, of like intention. And so that doesn't mean to negate anything or even to judge other people for their role in your life, but to understand that the past, not everybody is making the same choice, not everybody is choosing to move towards unity and love and joy and peace. And so some people are not ready for that, but you cannot change them. You have to allow them to go through whatever they're going through, and in the meantime you'll be propelled into your magic carpet, into higher ground. Well, I hope this month of March will bring you all that you will be able to be free to enjoy those times that are coming. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment, and I'll be happy to answer. I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.